This week, coming up from the ashes.
Anywho, all right, so Arson, you're down to your last pick, buddy.
I don't really have a last one, but Silent Hill.
What?
Mm-hmm.
As a series or just the game?
I think it's all garbage.
You gotta be shitting me.
Fate used to be believable.
You're full of crap.
Kidding.
I know.
I'm kidding.
I was gonna say we've had talks.
You going there for a second.
Oh my gosh! You made me cuss. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to From the Ashes podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Rogers, and we're here today. I'm just kidding. I'm your host, Phoenix. We're here today to talk about some interesting things, and those interesting things are overrated games. This is going to be a list that you, the listener, may not agree with, and that's okay. Just remember, as Arson and I said in our shorts, the DVD shorts, this is our world and you're living in it. But if you have discrepancies in that, just put it in the suggestion box and we'll get to it eventually.
I will personally send you Phoenix's address.
Oh, yeah.
You can dispute it with him then.
So as you can hear, joining me today is my co-host, as always, Arson. Arson, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, I'm glad to be back on From the Ashes podcast.
That From the Asses was an interesting one, you know. Jeez, I forgot about that till the other day. My sister listened to that episode and she was like, that was hilarious. But anyway, so yeah, glad to have you here. Also with us is the ever so sleepy but still here anyways, Zhombi, aka Bones Baron, aka the Bone. Never mind, I'm not gonna finish that. Anyways, how you doing, Bones?
Tired, feeling like I've done this already.
I feel like we've done this 3 times today. This is our 4th. I feel like, gosh, it's crazy. And
the taskmaster that runs this is really demanding a lot of me today.
Hey, hold on. You can't blame that last one on me, okay? You can't.
I didn't say I was saying the taskmaster. I didn't refer to anyone in particular.
Okay.
You know,
fair enough. And also joining us for the second time is Arson's intern, Grim. Hi, Grim.
Hello.
He has been tasked to please Arson in every way possible that Arson wants. If he does not,
Grim, where are my Scooby snacks?
4th shelf to the right, 2nd drawer.
I didn't ask where they were. I said where they are. You're supposed to bring them to me.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I mean, if
quit.
as you guys, you hear, but yeah, so Grim is officially a part of the team now.
Yippee!
We voted him in by a narrow margin. It was closer than another election, but hey, we're not going to talk about that. Anyways, so yeah, today we're talking about games. You know, we're talking about overrated games. And I feel like anybody that's listened to this podcast before can kind of guess at least one of mine. But and to tell you what, you know what? I never do this. So I'm going to do this, okay? And I feel like you guys will be okay with it. I am starting.
Wow.
Grim gasps, but he has no idea. Like Arson, like I always push things off onto him.
To go last.
Yeah. I always go last. There's only one other time that I went first as a host, I think. But this time it needs to be said, and I'm going to get it out of the way so I can be mocked or whatnot by the millions and millions of people that don't listen to our podcast. But you know, that one guy out there, I appreciate you, and my sister. I appreciate you guys. Anyways, so my first game that I'm going to say that's completely and overly overrated is that game that I cannot stand, and that's Fortnite.
Wow,
Yeah.
that seems like the
yeah.
obvious choice.
Eh,
Yeah.
Most
yeah,
logical one as well.
and that's why I went with it, because it was obvious and logical. I'm all about logic, sometimes.
But they've
So
added so many cool characters, like the hit Xenomorph from Alien. How
yeah,
could you hate the Xenomorph from Alien wielding dual pistols?
yeah, that's and I know Arson, whenever he talks about Fortnite, it's always the same thing. Peter Griffin, a buff
Hitting
Peter
the gritty.
Griffin. So, there's that. However, let me discuss and tell you why. Mainly, I don't really have to tell you why. I don't need an explanation, because it is overhyped, overrated. It's over everything, except for good. It's not overly good. That's what I'll say. But there is a part of it that is just loved by everybody except for me, and I don't understand that. But they did add, they decided to combine games and make it Rocket League Fortnite. So they've got that sort of, Rocket League Racing or whatever the heck it's called, and that's not much better. I've seen Deadly and Princess play it, so it's just like, eh. They're like, come on, Phoenix, come in here and play with us. I was like, I'd rather get my teeth pulled. So
I want to kiss a tire.
I'd rather kiss a tire as it's running over me. But anyways, so yeah, Fortnite is not the not the brightest bulb in the pack for me. I mean, I'm just saying, I never liked it. And yes, I am biased toward it, so that's just my opinion. So let's get the thoughts of the others. What do you guys think about my choice?
I don't feel too strongly about it. It's just a solid choice.
It's completely understandable.
It made my list.
Whatever joy someone can find in Fortnite, good for them. But aside from just seeing Peter Griffin do funny things, like yeah, it's just a game.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
with how many IPs they get, that's really the only thing I can say, is that it's just funny sometimes. But
I will give it a
Yeah.
few things, and that's of course obviously the crossovers. Like, it's probably the game with the most crossovers
it's
ever.
gotta be.
Yeah, and also that some of the mechanics when they introduce a new event or a gameplay thing, like the Spider-Man web.
Oh yeah, the web shooters.
Yeah, the web shooters. They're extremely fun to use. Aside from that, though, it's really nothing that big.
All right, so it's interesting that Zombie said I don't know if you guys heard what he said, but he said it made my list. I want you to elaborate on that, and since we have got one that is on the list together, why don't you go ahead and talk about it?
So, it is a word that is used to refer to another noun.
You're
It is
such a
what is called
putz.
no. So as people probably, I don't really enjoy PvP games. So it made my list because I'm not, and I'm trying to swim through my sleep-addled brain here. Of what I've played of it, because I have played it a little bit. I enjoyed for a bit the save the world side of it, which is the PvE. But it is so redundant. And I know a lot of games are redundant. It's just like the same thing you're doing over and over again.
Right.
But this just somehow feels just boring. You know, like you're progressing and you're just like, oh, I wish I was playing something else.
That's when you turn it
No,
off and uninstall.
no, I'm sure if you have a group of people you're playing with and stuff like that, it's fine because yeah, you're playing the game, but you're more hanging out with your friends and chatting and talking and stuff like that. But as someone who doesn't do that, um, yeah, it made my list.
So, Zombie, I can assure you, as one that has played this with his friends, it is no more fun than what it was before. So
It doesn't get any better.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay.
Your friends just make you look stupid or try to
Mm.
steal everything on the board. So, I've had both happen.
I see.
So, but anyways, I don't want to give any more into this as much as I would love to just why I hate Fortnite. But you've heard enough from me throughout the last, almost year of this podcast to know how much I loathe that game. So that being said, since, myself and Zombie have got ours out of the way, first one, we're going to go to the new guy. All right, new guy.
Okay. I got a few choices. Stardew Valley. I see a lot of people praise Stardew Valley, and they're like, "Oh, it's such a great game." And I know it was made by one guy, and for that, I congratulate him. Like he made a functioning game with a good soundtrack and very clear progression and stuff. But it's just whatever. Like it's not a bad game by any means, but I just don't see where the hype comes from. I just genuinely don't. I played it for maybe about an hour, right? Now, to be fair, that might not be enough to get the true I don't know, lore deep dive, but I had a friend there with me that was explaining everything to me, and how she was explaining it, I'm just like, okay. Yeah, I feel like I would have more fun playing something else. Again,
So,
not a bad game, but
uh-huh.
it's just there, and I just don't see why it gets so much praise.
So your 1 hour expertise has led you to believe that it's overrated.
From what I've played, and from all the stuff that my friend told me, because she was telling me all sorts of stuff you could do, like all the other stuff. It's just, I don't know. Like, I get that I'm inexperienced in it, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't have enough experience with it, whatever. But just from what I know, I'm happy for the guy that made it because it's popular, and the fact he made it by himself, that's great. But yeah, no, I just don't. I don't know, just not my sort of thing.
I mean, to be fair, if you had RPG Maker, you can make that game. So, but that's not downplaying the significance of the guy's accomplishment, because that's truly, I mean, to me, I like the game. I haven't played it as much as recently. It's a very good game. You can basically have relations with every single person on that. Well, most of the characters on the map. Like, you can build relationships and become romantic, and you could go to dungeons and fight. You can, farm to your heart's content and be ticked off because your water supply runs out so fast on when you water things, and it takes forever to water. Get frustrated with that. There's so much to it, and the mods, there's a lot of mods in that game that actually help to enhance it, I guess you could say. Not like cheating wise, but enhance the game itself.
Yeah, quality of life stuff.
The fishing on it is a pain in the neck, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. But for someone that's probably has a couple 100 hours on it between PC and my Switch, I like it. I don't think it's overrated. I just think it's rated fairly.
That's fair.
But that's not about what I think. This is your call. So Stardew Valley, what do you guys think of his choice?
I haven't played it, so
Played it?
I know that a friend might possibly be a little ripped about that. I don't know.
Well,
I played it a bit, but and I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's just kind of like, well, it's there. So
That's it.
that's
Well,
That's
it.
it,
Yeah,
man. We
that's
don't
it
feel
then.
we don't feel the crippling.
that's all
If the
I-
crippling
yeah.
silence wasn't already indication enough, that's that's us basically saying that we don't feel too strongly about it.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, to me, I just don't think it's truly overrated. I think,
And that's completely fair.
and
Yeah.
but that's my opinion. And
Mhm,
opinions are like, other parts of your anatomy, and sometimes that part stinks. So, hey, oh, look at that. Joe the Great's playing Fortnite. Interesting. Oh, or he was. But anyways,
So
all right. Well, I appreciate your pick, Grim. Don't agree with it, but I appreciate it. And now
Content's content.
that's right. That's right. And now I believe it's that pesky assassin Arson's turn.
uh huh. So wait, okay. I was really just waiting for you to say, "All right, go ahead." Yeah, I'm just gonna come out the gate swinging Dead by Daylight. Nah, that's too obvious. That's too
Okay,
obvious.
I was gonna say, oh, don't make me reach through my mic and pull you through
That
mine.
is on my list.
Of
but
course it
You
is.
know, it's so
Yeah.
obvious. It's so obvious. So I'm just gonna leave that to the wind because we've had enough of Dead by Daylight on this fucking channel. I'm just gonna say it. Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed it just seems like an extremely repetitive series. I've only played the first few games, and then I feel like everything up until Black Flag is great. Everything else was unnecessary. Got repetitive. I just didn't like it as a series anymore. That's why I quit.
Interesting. See, I like the first one. To be honest, I've got a couple of the other ones, but I've never really played them. But I can see where you think it's completely overrated. Maybe so you're talking as a series.
Yeah,
Okay. Not saying
I
that
feel like
some
it
games are
should've-
too overrated, but just the series itself is overrated.
it should have stopped after a while. Like it's got to the point where it doesn't really even make sense anymore.
Yeah.
It's Assassin's Creed, but now you're going to all these different places where okay, yeah, maybe assassins as a assassins were a thing, but they probably weren't as huge. They got this whole mythos going on with it. I'm just like, this wasn't this just about a band of assassins?
Yeah. Now
I
they're
don't
pirates.
understand.
Now they're this. Now they're that.
Mhm.
So
And this one fought Thor.
shouldn't they be called Pirates Creed? Like for
A
real?
Pirate's Creed.
Oh, but I can't say you're wrong about that. As a whole, let me just specify. So I enjoyed the first one immensely. I loved it. Like me and a couple of my friends played it on my buddy's Xbox, and it was just funny because I'd purposely go and get chased by a bunch of people, in the town, and I'd have a whole bunch of people behind me. And of course, at that point, you're thinking Benny Hill theme song kick in, But it was always funny to me. So I have fond memories of the first game. I just, yeah, mm, I don't know much about the rest of it, like except for what you've told me and what I've seen. So, what about you, Zombie? Do you have any thoughts on his choice?
Not really.
All right, words of encouragement from Zombie. I appreciate that, buddy.
This is quite the riveting. I thought we would have all been at each other's throats by now.
Well,
I
just
mean,
wait.
I can fake it.
Well, then stop softballing it. Let's quit pussyfooting around and get to the real action.
All
You're
right,
getting
fine,
bored. You're boring the listeners. Quit
fine,
boring your sister, Phoenix.
fine. All right, fine. You went well. To be fair, anything I say with gaming is gonna be boring to her. but she listens in nonetheless. But the thing is, this next one is going to get at some of the listeners big time, and I'm going to just say it: the Halo series.
Wow,
I think that is the most overrated series ever.
that is certainly a choice.
Exactly. See, come on, Grim, give it to me, bud. Give it
Okay.
to me, Grimmy. I'm sorry. That was
I,
weird.
no,
don't
you've
do
lost
that
you've
again.
lost content rights. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, now we lost the listeners. Nice going.
Anyways, tell me your thoughts.
I can see why you wouldn't like the newer Halos, I guess, but like
All right, how about this? How about this? Let me just state this. And I reserve cursing for very, very slim things. And I say this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Master Chief is a bitch. How about that?
Oh, okay. Well, sir, it's your podcast and all, but even in your world, you're just wrong.
I don't know about that.
How though? Like, how do you think he's a bitch?
I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of that series at all.
You just said it to gas you up. It's bullshit.
Do what?
He doesn't have any dirt on Master Chief. Who does?
I'm sorry. I think he's the hidden evil behind Halo series. Just pretending.
We're gonna pull the ropes out of his ass. He doesn't know what he's saying.
He's the one causing all the chaos, and then he goes back and fixes it.
Sure is.
What?
Oh yeah.
Sorry that he's trying to save humanity.
Well, he's failed.
But he's the only no doing this podcast.
You have failed this podcast, Master Chief.
If you were talking about the live action like TV show, Master
we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about that, shall we?
No.
Did they make that canon? I don't know if they made that canon.
They better not have. No, they couldn't have. There's no way they could have because the directors said that they've never played the games or read the books.
First of all,
they never read the source material.
First of all, that newest game that came out was the biggest overhyped, overrated piece of garbage that they had.
Multiplayer,
okay.
Yes. Campaign,
It looked like
yes.
it was gonna be good, and then it was just like
it was.
Nah, like no.
Faded once everybody finished the campaign because that's basically what it's all about at the end of the day. When it comes to the multiplayer, whatever happened, it's kind of like Call of Duty. Whatever happened back in the early 2000s, they'll never be able to recreate.
That's
and
true.
With Halo, it's a unique case where, like, back then when Call of Duty was doing the whole, military thing, and FPSs were basically just that. Halo, when it came out, that was a huge thing,
Mm.
The whole and I've never played the series. I still haven't. I should, but like when this series came out, it was like you're in space, you're finding out all this lore and Master Chief and the Flood and all that. Like it was such a huge leap from like the whole grounded thing that Call of Duty had going. And that was like a huge thing back in the early 2000s, but I think now they're stuck in a point where if they just try anything else, nobody will like it because they can't recreate that magic that they did with their first few games.
And that's fair. That is fair.
So they're just stuck in like a terrible limbo where it's like if they try to change it, nobody will really like it, but at the same time they can't make it the same as it was.
Yeah.
It's a complicated situation, and honestly, I think they should put the series to rest. Unless they plan on making like an actual good show that carries the story forward, or they just stick to making campaigns because the campaigns are still good.
Yeah.
But when it comes to multiplayer, I feel like it's over. Just refresh and port over the old servers from the first few Halo games, and you'll be fine.
Give us Reach back, please. I'm begging you. I am begging you.
It'll never happen.
They're gonna rename it Halo Reach Around.
No.
Actually, I think Halo Reach is my roommate's favorite game, like of the Halo series.
That's my favorite game of the Halo series. I love Master Chief, but like Halo Reach. Oh, it was so good. So good.
Look, like I
And
said,
it's-
Master Chief is nothing compared to Master Chef. So I'm just saying, you know.
Mhm.
Okay, that was stupid. I know. Even Zombie refused to comment on that, so he may be asleep. I don't know.
It's probably because he's passed out in his chair.
All right. Well, speaking of Zombie, it looks like your
He's
turn's
mumbling in
up,
his
buddy.
sleep.
So I don't know how much flack I'm gonna get for this one, but you know what? I'm gonna make a shot across the bow. Call of Duty.
Amen,
And on
brother.
the opposite side of the spectrum.
we just got done.
Not Halo, Call of Duty.
Yep.
Let
I
us
agree.
know. Tell
And,
us
and
to vent.
I mean, I don't really know what to say. I just kind of feel that one, they're beating a dead horse. That they've come out with so much stuff that it's like there's nothing new they can do with it.
You gonna get the
Like,
new
it's
$70
directional
DLC?
movement.
Well, and like now it's just, hey, you want to spend $70 for the same game with this different flavored sauce?
Hold on. You
You know,
talk about
it's-
running out of ideas. They're literally so far out of ideas that they're going back on their old games to redo them. Like literally, that's not a lie. That's the truth. Like they've run out of so many things that they just
Well,
yeah.
yeah, and
I agree with you.
That's you know, and I'm not even trying to get to the like I said, the point that I don't really like PvP games, but like I've played a couple of them. I tried playing through the campaigns, and it was just boring.
Boring.
And just like the story, because like you can have an action game like Call of Duty and have a riveting story that makes the player want to keep playing and going on and further and stuff like that. Without sacrificing anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get into multiplayer and stuff like that. And I guess some of the ones that I've played, it seems like there's so much gimmicky stuff to it now that you're kind of taking away from just the sheer enjoyment of I'm at the game, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna shoot some people. It's like, okay, well, some people I don't need skill. I've got all these gimmicky gadgets and witch ditches and who's and what's it's that I could use to be better.
I mean, say what it really is, Zombie. First person Fortnite.
You sound like a crazy old man sitting at the dinner table after watching his grandson play a game of Call of Duty. With all these gadgets and which
Back in my day,
thingamajigs.
And I don't know. Like, I don't know what. I mean, I guess I do. It's the creativity and is gone. They saw what was successful, and they're just trying to squeeze as much as that out of that as they can until it no longer works.
It's like Disney.
Hold on.
Disney, any other thing that it's the same thing like the sports games. It's just, hey, we'll come out with a new one this year and charge people $70, and we'll turn off the servers to the one that we came out with 2 years ago. So we're forcing them to at least buy one of the more recent ones.
And then we'll see you all over again next year.
Exactly, and they
WWE.
rinse, repeat the same year, and it's
They've turned the
better
game into
graphics.
Madden, to be honest.
Yeah, and well, it's no better graphics. It's not like they're, drastically. Oh well, this year's we've improved on the graphics. They're twice as good as they were last year, or we've got this revolutionary new thing that'll improve the gameplay. No, it's like, well, it's the same graphics, it's the same engine, it's
Turns
the
out
same
the
skin,
revolutionary thing was just a knife.
and Well, either that or it's like something gimmicky.
Look, let
Like,
me tell you, them adding in like things like skins and stuff like that, like Shredder to Modern Warfare 2 or Spawn, which I never did end up getting the Spawn stuff. Which whatever. I stopped after they were like, "Oh, we're bringing out another Modern Warfare 3 and then now we're bringing out Black Ops 6. Oh, guess what? We're bringing back zombies. Yay!" You know, it's just same stuff, different day.
Oh well, zombies is specifically a Treyarch thing. I don't know why they decided to branch it out to the other games, but that was a terrible fucking decision.
But
But luckily, it's good again. Kind of. We're not there yet. Everybody's cautiously waiting.
but I'll tell you, as long as people buy the product, it'll continue to be made.
well, yeah.
And Call of Duty's never going to end because people, especially the sweaty people that think that like life is Call of Duty, will buy it. And
The Dark Matter skin.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, for real, like people have nothing else in their life, so they choose certain games. Dead by Daylight be one of them, or you know, it could be anything. It could be, you know, Guild Wars 2. It could be I am the best in anything that comes to that game. You know what I mean? That's their intake, and their mom is still handing them drinks. So, Mom, can I get some Scooby snacks? Can I get some apple juice? You know, it just gets old. Like people think it's just ridiculous. You know, it's a game. It's not life, right? Or am I alone in that?
No.
They gotta get that
No,
Dark
no, you're
Matter
right.
skin for bragging rights.
Yeah. Like I can
What was
step
it?
away from my computer and go hang out with some people, including getting dates with girls. You know, I mean, it's like, hey,
Heresy.
It's
do
like,
do the thing, Arson. Do the thing.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, come on, you always do the thing. Excuse
what?
me, I can't do it.
No, you did it pretty good.
All right, well, that being said, let's move on, and I believe it's Grimm's turn once again.
Come out the gate swinging, man. I know you got something loaded up. I know it. It's coming.
The Legend of Zelda series. Every single Legend of Zelda I have played just makes me think, wow, I sure love playing as a knight, not dressed like a knight. And anytime, again, not to discredit it, because there are definitely a few games I haven't played, but every single time, because I played Twilight Princess, which was a while ago. I remember I played one of the spin-offs of Wind Waker. I played a little bit of Breath of the Wild because it was my friend's console, and I just couldn't get into it. And I see them get crazy praise, and you know, I'm sure their storylines are great and everything, but it's like anytime I play a Zelda game, I'm like, I should go play Dark Souls. That is the only thing I come back with whenever I play a Zelda game.
All right, so Grim, now that you said that, I am upgrading your status to Jedi Knight. Okay.
Woo!
Execute Order 66.
Oh no! Hold on, wait, hold on, whoa, let's talk about this.
No. How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Even I never played any Zelda game, and even I kind of physically recoiled when you said that, man. You don't just say things like that.
You wanted me to come out swinging. I came out swinging.
You came out swinging and you hit below the belt, man.
You really did. I know Link is sitting kind of low to the ground, but still, that just hurts.
Silent boy like that.
It just
It's not my fault. He's 5'4".
Wait, Graham, how tall are you again?
Like 5'10". So
Oh, really?
I'm not even 6 feet, but
Oh,
making fun of shorter people is still funny.
I know. Me being 6'3", I absolutely enjoy it, shorty.
Exactly. See?
So, okay, that choice did hurt. I respected your other choice. This one, I don't at all. Now, I believe some of the Zelda games can be considered overhyped, but Overrated is a far step ahead. I think a lot of Nintendo games are overhyped. That's a whole nother subject we're gonna deal with down the road. But Legend of Zelda is an OG. Like I don't ever see it being overrated, to be honest. If anything, some of the games are underrated.
And that is completely fair. All right, I'm sorry that I didn't praise, Zelda CD or whatever that one was.
Oh, hold on. That wasn't even Nintendo. You can't even blame that. So,
oh boy, searching time.
Look how far of a reach he has to go. Like seriously, he has to go.
I know.
That was Hotel Mario.
Oh man!
At least we got some great memes out of them. But yeah, no, like I don't think it's a bad series. It's just not really for me. And when I see people praise it so much, I'm just like, you're a knight that doesn't wear a suit of armor. You wear a tunic, and you wear one of those sleepy hats that like McScrooge wears to bed.
All he needs is the candle to make it complete. And the slippers.
He said,
"Look, I could respect your choice if it wasn't for the fact that the final nail in your coffin was that the whole comment you made about the night thing, and then that you said you'd rather play Dark Souls. You started a war that you can't possibly finish now."
No, I can't. No, but you know what? That's fine. Endless bloodshed is fine.
Oof, that's.
I'm not responsible for whatever happens next.
All right, Jedi Knight.
Hey, no. You wanted me to pull out the big guns, and I pulled out one of them.
Yeah, and you hit us all in the balls. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You don't even play Zelda.
You know what? I'm gonna throw some gasoline onto the fire here. I agree with him.
Oh,
this is why. This is why skeletons are some of the greatest enemies in gaming. Thank
Zhombi.
you.
Zhombi, you are now a Jedi Master.
Execute Order 66.
Oh my gosh. All right. So since Grim stated his whole thing, I want to hear what Zhombi has to say. Why do you agree with him?
So partially to stir the pot. And the other reason is, what the hell is up with their timeline? Oh my lord! Like I've played games before, and I've seen screwed up timelines. I've seen games that they pop all around and stuff like that, but normally you can make sense of it. You can look at it and go, okay, well, this game comes before this, and this one jumps back to here, and you can make some sense of it. You look at their games, and it's like someone just has a massive dartboard, and they're going blindfolded, looking away, and they don't even come close, and they go, okay, let's do something way over there, like way out of left field, like you're going down the avenue, the road late at night. And there's not even an intersection. And next thing you know, you get hit with a train from GTA 5. And you're like, the hell is this?
Okay, so that partially I could agree upon. The timeline thing. Yeah. What else? Come on.
So, looking at, it never changes. It's the same basic thing. Oh, I'm this guy. I have to go defeat this guy to rescue this girl. I'm this guy. I have to go defeat this guy to get this girl. I'm this guy. I have to go defeat this guy to get this girl. It never changes.
So by that stance, that means Mario's overrated too.
Kind of.
Oh. Let's not go there. You know what the most overrated cartoon is? Transformers.
You know what? No, I'll agree to this.
All right. No. You're saying that just because I opened up to you. All right.
So okay. Also,
No,
so
no, 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 no. The argument is concluded. We're moving on. This is it. It's over. We've proven certain facets, and that is perfect. It all worked according to my plan. Thank you guys for being such useful puppets. Let's move on.
You're nothing but chaos. That's all.
Assassin is Chancellor Palpatine.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well,
It's my tune.
I guess that leads us to Arson now. And by the way, guys, just in case you didn't know, Grim coming in last week and this week, anytime you hear him refer to somebody as assassin, that is Arson.
No, it's actually the guy in the basement.
Oh, is it? How'd you catch him?
Let's confuse the timeline even more.
All right. So
Isn't that sounding good, Bones?
sure, why not? Let's add more confusion into this whole mess.
And we were
Man.
just talking about timelines being confusing.
We're all a little mad down here.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? There's no timelines that are confusing. They're all perfect. All right, Arson, go ahead with your choice.
Bullshit.
The Last of Us.
Okay.
I can
I'll buy
actually
that.
agree with that. I actually can agree.
Yeah, we
As
all agree
someone
with that.
who, as someone who hasn't played it, I agree.
I
I
haven't
will
played
say-
it, but I know about it.
I will only say one thing about it. It is one of the few games I have been able to tolerate the PvP.
Last of Us has PvP.
The first one did. I don't know about the second.
Why?
Because it's a game that they wanted to put PvP in. I mean,
That's such a strange.
Let's
choice.
take a story-driven game and put nothing but PvP in it. Woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there wasn't much PvP. It was a very small, bit, but I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have ever brought it up if they never made the second game. You see, there was a sequel. It wasn't as good.
We don't like to talk about that.
The series is good, from what I heard.
All right, since we all agree with it, I'm just gonna have to spiral us all into control again. Let me think. Skyrim.
Uh-oh.
I agree with that.
I can see that.
It feels bland to me, and I think the only saving grace it has is the mods.
Macho Man Randy Savage as a dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah!
So,
Cream.
if
always rises.
Chad was here, he would be all over this argument.
Sorry, Chad.
But to be fair, I'm indifferent, so I can care less either way.
Oh, all right. Let me pick another one then.
You're trying to get to me. Just say it, dude. Just say it.
What? Just go out the gate and just say Dead by Daylight.
There
That'd
you
be
go.
the easy way out.
That'd be-
GTA 5.
I agree.
Well, what say you then?
Waiting on Bones.
He's sleeping. Leave him alone.
I mean,
Again.
as much as I enjoy it, it is there's a lot wrong with it.
Look, it's pretty sad when a game has to put in private lobbies to be able to make it playable online.
Yeah.
That is, and so I'm not down with disagreeing with that. So, like, if you want a disagreement here, you might as well go down the road, because that's
Mario Odyssey.
That's a surprising one.
I think he's just saying it now just to get to somebody.
No, I honestly think Mario 3D World was more fun than Odyssey.
Mario 3D World was good.
3D World. That was the one. That's the one on Switch, right?
That's
That
the one
you
we
got-
played.
That's the one we played. Okay, I didn't know if it was that or if that was the one on the 3DS. But yeah, no, that's fair. I think 3D World is more fun than Odyssey. I don't think Odyssey's overrated, but I will agree that 3D World is more fun.
I like a hat with eyes, you know.
You like your hat sentient?
Yes, I do. But hey, I'm still kind of indifferent on that, to be honest.
Oh,
Like I don't really care either way. The Zelda thing hit me harder. So I'm just saying.
Phoenix and I got the pot boiling, and Assassin's like, all right, let's throw some ice cubes in there.
So that's the problem is he
simmer down.
overheated it too fast, and then all of a sudden, boom, we went from Halo to Legend of Zelda to GTA 5.
Yeah.
Like, okay, sure. All right, so how about this? I'll go ahead and do my one of my last picks, and then we'll move on from there, okay? Maybe we could stir some more of that pot up by doing this. And me being a Colorado, that could be more than just a pan that sits on your, But anyways, other than that, my third choice, and some of you may be indifferent about this, some of you may not care, but I believe World of Warcraft is one of the most overrated games ever.
I agree.
I never played it, and I only really like it because of that one South Park episode.
I have never played it, and I think the Lich King is cool, but otherwise, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty indifferent to it. I can imagine how absolutely angry some people would be to hear you say that, but no, I'm not one of them.
Yeah, and for those that are listening, that's about to shut it off because they're so pissed at me for saying "wow," just remember, Guild Wars is far superior.
Just had to get that last roast in.
Oh, absolutely, and it's our podcast, so we can say what we want, right? And also, the predecessor of WoW was a better idea than WoW, and that's Warcraft.
Oh,
yes,
Warcraft I love the Warcraft series, but World of Warcraft, nah, baby, nah. Like I've just never been. I tried playing it once. It was way too cartoony to me, and it's just so overly hyped, so overrated. Like everybody's like, I get it. Granted, it did bring the MMOs like to life for the most part. Like there was stuff before that, RuneScape and other things that people played, but it made MMOs relevant. And it made them relevant until Guild Wars came out. And then there was that, like, I always believe that you can't enjoy both games. You're either a WoW person or a G-Dub person. You can't do both. And I know there's people out there that do. But when you do that, you still like one game better than the other. And so your allegiance is going to go towards that. But to be fair, I've played Guild Wars since the beginning, since the first day it was released. And the only complaining I had in that was like we couldn't jump. They even gave you, companions to run around with if you need it. Then you move to Guild Wars 2 where they fixed the jumping problem, take away the companion part, and they just made a really good game. But people can also look at that and say that's probably overrated too, but WoW is just significantly overrated, and that's my bottom line.
Knocking one game down to prop another one up. Such a
that's
Phoenix
right.
play.
By the way, I'll be playing Guild Wars 2 on my stream tonight. Please come check it out at Phoenix045 at Twitch.
On a Monday?
No. Actually, I will say this. Today is my baby boy's birthday. Monday the 11th is my dog's birthday. So at the time of this airing, he will be turning 11 years old on 11/11, Veterans Day. And I want to thank all the veterans for everything they've done for us. I love you all, whether I know you or not. That's what I wanted to say. All right. Anyways, so yeah. I can't believe he's going to be 11. Gosh. Graham, have you listened to the Mason podcast yet?
I don't think so, no.
You better get on that. You're gonna fail until you do.
He is the star of the show, man. I can't believe this.
Yeah, he's laying right next to me right now.
This is a Mason world, and we are living in it.
That's right. That's right. So, but yeah, other than that, WoW sucks. So let's move on to Zhombi for his next choice. I don't know how many more he has, but let's go with this one.
Back for Blood.
Dude, you don't even have to. You don't even have to like make any arguments or anything about that. Like
I
it's
don't.
like I think.
That's it. That's all I got. Back for
Did you
Blood.
mean like Left for Dead or like Back for
Nope.
Blood?
Back for Blood specifically.
Okay,
Don't-
because I would have been like, well, I thought you meant like Left for Dead, and you just got it confused. Like, I don't think Back for Blood is overrated at all. It's a piece of shit, and I sunk like nearly a week's hour of playtime into it, man. It is shit. I like, by all accounts, me and Pack played it, and like, we went
I
through the
was there
whole
too.
thing. Yeah, you were there for a bit, but you left.
And then I realized how bad it was.
Yeah, you realized how absolutely garbage it was, and you left. It honestly, it was fun, but as a whole, it was not overrated, and it was not anything like that. It was a piece of shit, and Left 4 Dead will always be superior.
Now hold on a minute. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have an argument.
No, we're not. We're not doing this.
Well, look, it's kind of funny because Bones made the argument and Arson dropped the mic on it. So
I'm just shutting it down, man. Nobody needs to talk about that failure of a game anymore.
For a second, I thought Assassin was jumping to its defense, and I was gonna be like, huh.
No, absolutely not.
So-
All I'm gonna say is that I did play it a lot with Pack, and that was just it.
So does this mean you don't want to talk about Back for Blood 2?
That'll be a miracle if that ever happens.
Anyways, okay. So do you have any more content on that zombie, or is
that was it?
that
I
was
didn't
it?
need to make any statements on it.
That's true. That's
It
true.
speaks for itself.
All right, so after his last choice, we're skipping Grim and going back. No, I'm kidding.
You say one controversial thing.
All right, Grim, go ahead.
This is another somewhat controversial one. I don't know how you guys will feel about it though.
Don't make me press the button.
Helldivers.
Oh yeah.
I think it's fine. It's there. Like,
Can we just skip this and actually go with one that you think? I know you said there's one that you thought I would hate a lot.
Hold on, no.
Can we just skip
Make
to that
him
one?
wait. Make him wait.
Yeah, I was about to say, nah, we're waiting.
Yeah. So Helldivers.
yeah,
We're
huh?
gonna drag this episode out to like another hour and a half. You really
Yeah,
are diabolical.
Helldivers. I mean, like, it's got a fine enough concept, destroying bugs and stuff. But I'm not gonna lie, Earth Defense Force did it better.
They
It's
should have
way
had
more
an
fun.
additional enemy type. I feel like only the automatons and the bugs were really bland at that point.
Yeah. But Earth Defense Force is better because you can just do so much more in Earth Defense Force. There's different enemy variety. They're all around like bugs and stuff, but like there's also giant frogs that shoot like laser missiles at you. Like Earth Defense Force is like the golden chair, and then Helldivers is like a slightly smaller silver chair with a broken leg. That's all I got to say on it. So,
all right. Well, with that, see, these are going fairly quick now.
yeah.
So we're gonna need Arson to kick it up a notch and give us one that we actually won't agree on.
I had an idea, but then I completely forgot about it.
Nice work.
Oh, never mind. Final Fantasy series.
There it is.
Look, I'm just gonna say it. I feel like unless you're a real diehard fan, like the only game that anybody really gives a shit about is 7.
So Arson, you are now a Jedi Knight.
Execute Order 66.
Come on, then.
I love that series. Every one of them. Like I am a
That's
diehard.
fine, I respect that. I'm
Granted,
just
7
saying
will
that,
always
like,
be my favorite. But
I feel like 7 is the only one that people really care about.
oh, that hurts
I
my
heard
heart.
that
16 is amazing from what I heard.
I was gonna say I heard that 16 was pretty good.
Yeah, but
Go
that
and play it,
looks,
Grim.
to be honest though, 16, I saw someone playing it last night and it looks like you're playing like God of War or something in a Final Fantasy setting or something. It's just kind of, I don't know. I was all interested to play it, and I still am. But I was watching that and I was like, man, it just looks like you're playing something out of Athens, Greece, or something back in the time, or something like that. So
I did hear that it plays a lot like Devil May Cry.
yeah, so I mean, eh, but I 100% disagree with Arson. But you know, I think
Mhm.
it's a perfect series, like except for maybe 11 and 14.
I just want to know what Grim and Zombie think. I don't
I
know.
mean,
I just feel like well, I don't doubt that the other games like, aren't good. I just feel like the one that everybody overrates is the seventh one.
The first one
I
saved the
The
company.
company. I know you told us this story
Yes,
already.
I know.
I haven't
Anyways,
played any of them. I don't really have an opinion on the series, but I will say this. In Monster Hunter World, there's a crossover where you fight the behemoth. That hunt sucks. So I agree with that. No, I'm kidding.
Meteor.
The behemoth summons Charberus.
Oh, great.
Charberus.
Yeah,
The hell's a
it's like
Charberus? You mean
I don't know.
Cerberus?
No,
Charbur.
it's spelled Charbus or something like that, and it it's a stupid little tornado move, and he uses the same stuff that Kushala uses. And if you fought Kushala in World, woo, I hate that fight.
Grim is a big fan of wind attacks, can't you tell?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right. Anyways, Bones, what's your opinion on that?
Uh, I could take him or leave him. I mean, like most of them I've never played, and the ones that I have played, I was just like, well, like okay, and even 7, I played it, and I'm like, I didn't really like it.
Y'all making my eyes twitch.
Tifa hot. That is what I will say.
I mean, yeah. I mean, okay. Other than
that
that,
that is my counter argument.
but that's not enough to make me play the game.
Aerith hot too.
That is it. But everything else, I'm sorry, Phoenix. I just had
I'm
to
gonna
stir the pot a bit there.
I'm gonna go sit in my corner now and cry.
That's completely fine. I can take over the episode from
No!
That was his true plan.
Yep.
That's fine. It'll let me go get some lunch.
So all right. So my final choice that I have. I don't have any more, so if you guys have more than that, then it's up to you.
Mhm.
My final choice that I have is one that was pretty much brought to my attention by my roommate Chad. And he makes a great argument about it because the original games that this one spawned from were complete masterpieces. And instead of this game coming out the way it did, it should have came out as the third installment, like a trilogy, instead of a MMO. And that game would be Star Wars: The Old Republic.
That is.
So I have
I
got a lot of hours in The Old Republic. But I can't deny what he said. And it's true. The game is just it is what it is. You know, they could have done a better thing by making a true trilogy to the Knights of the Old Republic instead of bringing that. And I enjoyed, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the Old Republic, but it is 100% overrated. And I know people may not like that choice that I say, but mind you, it's probably second or third on my list of all time played of MMOs. I would say as a series, Guild Wars is number one. That's GW 1 and 2. And the second one that could come close, if not less than, is Star Trek Online and Star Wars The Old Republic. Those three right there are the three top MMOs that I've played over the years. And I it pains me to say it, but it's overrated. Like, it is. So change my mind.
No.
There's nothing
I-
to change, and it also
I
seems
can't-
like too much work.
I can't change your mind. It was unexpected. I did not expect to see a Star Wars game. If I expected any game, it would have been one of the Force Unleashed games. But
I love those games.
those are good games. Yeah, no, I mean, I haven't played them. I know that, like, I saw a trailer for them when I was a kid, and I didn't have, like, a computer or anything, and I thought I wanted to play them, and they looked cool. But
Well, they're remaking Knights of the Old Republic.
oh, they are like a
Yes.
full-on remake,
Like
or
a full-on
port?
remake. No, not a port.
Oh, cool.
And
Okay.
I can't wait for them to screw it up because I'm sure Disney has their hands on it.
Oh boy.
Gotta make changes to this and that.
Yeah. Yeah. We gotta be, never mind. I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Anywho, but yeah.
Oh.
But so we'll step aside from that. But if no one really has no arguments, more shocked than anything. I mean, it pains me to say it because, like I said, I've got a lot of hours in that game. I spent a lot of amazing times. One of my favorite things to do is get like black screens on that game. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically, that's your way. If you romance somebody on that game, that's your way of basically having sex with them. Is when they go to a black screen.
All right.
Yes, the classic sex scene.
It's
Fade to black.
hilarious.
You tamed the beast.
Yeah. or you stirred up the beast, whichever way you go. but
Mhm.
but yeah, that's always a fun thing. But that was on the original games. So, I mean, I'm just saying I agree with Chad with that they would have been better off bringing out a true, third installment of the series instead of bringing out that. But they, of course, they've made so much money with that they could probably bring out 3 or 4 more games, standalone games, So, but anyways, yeah, that's my choice. That's the final thing I've got. I don't really have anything else. I could sit there, some honorable mentions, as in like, look, I love a lot of sports games, but Madden, it's overrated. NBA, overrated. Baseball, even WWE, overrated. Like, there's a lot of fun stuff to do in the new WWE 24K or whatever it is, or 2K24. There we go. Man, I can't get that out for nothing. But anyways, and I may catch some flack off of that, but I love sports games. I haven't played a lot of Madden lately. The last Madden I had was Madden 23. So, it's just, that's what it is. Like, there's some honorable mentions. Also, the Spider-Man series no, I'm just kidding. I could never say that. I could never badmouth the Spider. That's perfection. Anyways, moving on.
You hear Grim? He literally sucked in a breath to get ready to.
I was ready.
Immediately retaliate.
Spider-Man 2 was the worst game I've ever played. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, so yeah, so Zhombi, you got another one for us, or is that it?
Oh, I got one more, and it's not going to be a surprise to anybody. Dead by Daylight.
Well, there it is. I figured somebody would throw that up. Usually
I would
Zombie
have said
because
it, but it would have been just too easy, man.
well, yeah.
Well, and that's why I said it's not really a surprise, because especially I've voiced my distaste for the game before. But
Here's my argument.
I was
go
like,
ahead.
for the sake of my case is I like the theme. I like horror games. I want to like the game. I really do. But it's the people that play it that you go into a match and either you're playing with whoever you're playing with, either like in my opinions, they're either good and they know the game and they expect everybody to know the game. And if you don't, then they're like, well, screw you. So, and I know it's been said that the community is very toxic.
They're very humble. What are you talking about? No, I'm kidding.
And the fact that you can only play it online, I don't like. To me, that's kind of a cheap way out.
I mean, that's the same way with Call of Duty and everything else.
Well, yeah,
And
that's why it's on my list.
Yeah.
I mean, if your plan is to make a MMO style game like that, then make it an MMO style game like that. Don't, but.
Well, fair enough. I will give you yours. But let me just state this by saying that I know Arson's just waiting. He's sitting there waiting for my full response. And I know he is. But I refuse to give one.
Fine.
No, not really. I'm going to give one. So when it comes to Dead by Daylight, yes, there are a lot of toxic people there, but there's also a great community inside there too. And it's both sides of the coin. And there are people out there when you play solos that expects you to be amazing. Play the game that they want you to play, not play the game that you are playing. Shut up. But
you see, the interesting thing about that is,
but I'll say this: look, there's been a lot of games that's tried to dethrone DBD, and it's never worked. So I would not consider it how you think.
So I'm not saying that it's not successful.
Yeah.
I'll admit it is a successful game. They have done a really good job of keeping new content coming out, of trying to keep balancing things now that it may not always work.
They fail at that big time. It's completely a killer-sided game, but still.
But it's just to me, and that to me is the of Overrated. I'll admit it is a successful game.
I just don't think it's as overrated as I don't know. I don't think overrated's the right term. I think it's more overhyped than overrated. But this is not me. This is not my choice. I am going to defend it a little bit. And I'm going to say this because, like I said, it's killer-sided and the community of killers are crybabies. And if Joe, if you don't agree with me, then say something right now. I'll wait. All right. So, Joe agrees with me, guys. All right. So, now that's not to say that the Survivor side is perfect, because we're not. They're a bunch of crybabies too, but not as bad. The difference is Dead by Daylight listens to the crybaby killers more so than the crybaby survivors. And I play both sides of the coin on that game, but I am and always will be a survivor main.
So you're just a crybaby, is what you're saying.
The glazing is so hard, man. You went on this whole rant.
Hey, we're allowed to do that every once in a while. Shall we, talk about your guys' rants?
My rant was justified.
No.
No, I'm not even talking about Grim.
I need you all to shut the hell up. End the damn episode already.
No,
Hey, I still got more choices.
We still have at least 2 choices left. So, all right. Well, DBD, I will respect your decision, Bones, but I will not like play, like in my head like it's gonna be what it is. But I respect your decision. It's not like it's Legend of Zelda,
Like, okay.
I
I will like
bitching
agree with you.
headache and a nutritional deficiency. I need you to speed the process.
All right, Grim. You got one more choice. You can give a quick shout out to the other one or whatever, but let's move it along.
Okay. My honorable mention, Minecraft. It's boring. It is so boring.
I agree.
Whatever. All right.
No
My last
argument
pick?
for me.
My last pick is the OG BioShock, first one.
Uh-oh.
Oh man,
Uh-oh.
that's not cool.
Uh-oh.
That's it. That's all I got.
I feel like it more or less did that to spite, but I also know that
No,
a majority
no.
of people also say that because that's just their general opinion.
2 is better.
In some aspects, it is, but fuck you anyways.
Oh wow. All right. Well, I'm indifferent, but
Whoever
all I
says
know is
Infinite was better can go suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
I heard it was
Wait, whoever said what is better?
Infinite.
Infinite.
Ugh!
Look,
I thought-
it's good.
I was gonna say I thought you liked it.
Infinitely better.
I like 2. I like 2. Infinite's the third one.
I loved Infinite.
You sure that wasn't because you saw Bella play it?
It's probably the only reason. Yeah, I haven't played.
We never even saw her like actually play it. You saw her like right when she was done with it.
I mean, it had a good ending. No.
An ending that has absolutely no bearing or makes any sense to you because you have no idea of the context at all.
That's true. That's true. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, I have not played any of them, although I own all of them. I've just never played them. I got them free off Epic. So, anywho, all right. So, Arson, you're down to your last pick, buddy.
I don't really have a last one, but Silent Hill.
What?
Mm-hmm.
As a series or just the game?
I think it's all garbage.
You gotta be shitting me.
Fate used to be believable.
You're full of crap.
Kidding!
I know.
I'm kidding.
I was gonna say we've had
I
talks.
had to go in there for a second.
Oh my gosh! You made me cuss. Oh man! Now I know you did not like the idea of the release of Silent Hill 2, the new release of it, but you had my heart stopped, dude. I was like, I was really gonna execute Order 66 on you, like for real.
Yeah, Grim immediately broke my character by saying bait used to be believable.
Oh man! Gosh! I don't know if I'm gonna recover from this. Oh.
Yeah, still coming down from the high.
Yeah, my face is full red. I'm sure I can feel it. Like I was like ready to go off. That hit me harder than Legend of Zelda. Jeez. Whew, okay, Phoenix, come down. Come on. I don't want to come back down from this. Never mind. So, all right. So,
all right, we good then. I feel like
That
we can end on that triumphant note.
I'm trying. I'm trying. All right. So, everybody else's opinion aside, I'm still trying to get it together, man. You really got me on that. You really did. I was like starting to get super upset, like for real.
It's not that deep.
Silent Hill is like one of the greatest. But okay, so guys, I appreciate each and every one of you being here. You guys, it's been a great episode. I've enjoyed it so much. But if any of you guys out there listening would like to know more of From the Ashes podcast, then click that link in the description below. And if you guys have a choice of an overrated game that you think is going to, be truthful to yourself and us, but you think it's going to get under our wing, let us know. Put it in the comments, whatever you got to do. But if you also disagree with anything we said, then just don't say anything at all, because it's our podcast and we'll do what we want. No, I'm kidding. Let us know what you think is wrong with our decisions and why you want to kill me because it's Halo or Legend of Zelda. But anyways, other than that, guys, I hope you have had as much fun listening to this as we have doing this. And we'll be back next week with some more. Don't forget to check out our shorts. The second episode of the Star Trek series that we're doing is coming to you this Friday. So take a listen to it. It's a great list. It'll be a great listen, I promise. I hope you guys have had a good day and continue to
one more thing before we end the podcast.
Don't give me a heart attack, please.
No. This is serious time. A couple days ago, I know it seems like out of the blue, but I feel like it has to be said, even though it doesn't fit the context of this episode at all.
Mm-hmm.
We would like to pay our silent respects to Tony Todd, the actor for Candyman and recent voice actor for Venom and Spider-Man 2, passed away back on November 6th. And it was right in the middle when we were discussing things for the podcast, I think.
Yeah. It was towards the end of it, yeah.
And we were just I was absolutely crushed when I first heard it, and yeah, I just want us all to pay our respects because he was an amazing actor, and it's a real shame that we lost him.
Amen. Way too young. And to be honest, like 2024 has taken a lot of big names, this year. And but Tony Todd, it hit differently. It hit completely differently. But so yeah, definitely pay our respects. I myself will be praying for his family and friends and whatnot. And I hope yeah. Oh man. Really brought the episode down there, Arson. I'm just kidding.
Roller coaster of emotions.
That's right. That's right.
But it had to be said.
Also, I want to give a shout out to our boy Flurp. He was supposed to join us back this week for this episode. He actually picked the topic.
Yep. This
but
episode is also in on review, buddy.
That's right. He's fine, physically. But he's having some, one of his beautiful kittens are, declining, and so he's spending as much time with her as possible, and hopefully the kitten will be back on its mend, but we don't know. But all right, well, we love you, Flurp. Just know that. Love you, brother. Grim doesn't because he don't know you, but that well.
He's with you in spirit.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So anyways, all right, guys. Well, yeah, that's it for the podcast. Zhombi and Arson and Grim, thank you for being with me today. I appreciate you guys a lot. And I don't have to push the podcast anymore because I already did that earlier. So all that's left is to say goodbye. So goodbye.
Goodbye.
See ya.
I wasn't joking about Silent Hill.